5 more minutes of zombies' mistakes. On the Mob of the Dead loading screen, this newspaper indicates that the stock market crash was in 1917. However, it was actually in 1929, a whole 12 years after. On Diarize, this sign implies that there's a bathroom behind this door. However, both sides are inaccessible. On Mob of the Dead, you can open doors for free by downing yourself with a grenade and jumping before going into Afterlife mode. Samantha's accent changes from game to game. On Black Ops 1 and World at War, she has a German accent, but then on Black Ops 2 and Origins, she has an American accent, but then on Black Ops 4, she goes back to having a German accent again. On Nakda and Toten, if you jump off the chair onto this ledge and then jump again, you will hit a death barrier. On World at War, you can get negative points by either buying the grenades for less than 250 points, or buying a perk and then a door at the same time. At the start of Horizon Drag, Dempsey can say this.
Report. The German war machine we commandeered suffered a malfunction. And when I say malfunction, I mean it took an RPG right to the face.
However, there is no way that Dempsey would use the term RPG, as that wasn't used until the 1960s. Dempsey would not know what an RPG is. In a solo game of zombies, sometimes your character will say something along these lines.
Uncertain. Allied operatives MIA. I have no choice but to continue the mission alone.
This implies that the character knows that they are by themselves in the map. However, they will sometimes say things to other characters that aren't in the map. And also, unlike Horizon Drag, the characters will appear in the final cutscene and then disappear again. So are they alone or are they together? Because of what I stated in my previous video about how Origins being set in the First World War doesn't really make a lot of sense, there are a lot more inaccuracies in Black Ops 3, especially in the opening cutscenes and closing cutscenes of these maps. I'm going to quickly go over all of the cutscenes and all of the mistakes. The first one is, how did Nikolai, Dempsey and Takeo even get here in the first place? Now, this is a question that you have for every map, but you can usually explain it with something to do with Richtofen and his scheme. But Richtofen isn't part of this group at the moment, so how did these three get here without him?
There is a chain of events that must be set in motion.
What chain of events is he talking about? If he's talking about the World at War to Black Ops 1 story, then why has he turned up in the first place, as that would have just happened anyway? Also, why do they need that to happen?
Hangs by a thread. You must awaken the test subjects.
Why do they need to awaken the test subjects? How would that help them in any way? Takeo thinks that his sword would be more useful than a gun, but also, why is Takeo staring at the teleporter? Unless he doesn't think that Richtofen is going to walk through it, meaning why are they trying to stop 1.0 Richtofen in the first place? Who is controlling the zombies at this point? It can't be Samantha because she hasn't got to the MPD yet, as time has stopped as she got teleported.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it! You do not want to meet what's on the other side of that door.
You cannot begin to comprehend the great evil you could unleash.
Again, who are they talking about? If they're talking about Richtofen, they are massively over-exaggerating the consequences of it.
Only a fool would dare to change history.
They literally changed history by turning up here in the first place.
I share this memory. I have lived many of the same victories.
This again isn't true, because there's no way that Takeo who fought in the First World War would have the same memories of Takeo who fought in the Second World War.
Orders came from the Emperor himself.
Primus Takeo should not be that bothered by this information, because it's a different Emperor that he would have had than Takeo 1.0 would have had, due to, again, the 30-year discrepancy in between the two characters.
You remember, before the bombs fell, before she was taken from us.
Again, there is no way that these two could be talking about the same events. They are probably talking about the Battle of Stalingrad, but there is no way that Nikolai 2.0 would have even been alive during that time. So again, because of the Origins being in 1918 thing, this doesn't make any sense.
I want to play a game. Let's play hide and seek. Those were her exact words.
There is no way the Maxes would ever know that Samantha said that.